Wrapped snugly in a woolly bathrobe, Dickie sat in his mother's sunny kitchen. It was the first time Dickie had come downstairs after being in bed for a long while, ever since they had moved into the new house 3 weeks before.
Dickie, we'll have to wait for Milkman Bill this morning,
said Mommy. Milkman Bill. Dickie had heard Milkman Bill all the while he was in bed at exactly the same time every morning. Dickie had heard the chugging of the milk truck outside and the cheery jangle of the bottles. Now he was going to see Milkman Bill. Mommy looked out the window. Then she opened the door.
Oh, come in, Milkman Bill,
she said. The milkman was jolly, with rosy cheeks and kind, twinkling eyes.
Dr. John says Dickie must drink more milk now,
said Mommy.
We'll need a quart every day.
Gee,
said Dickie.
Can you get all that extra milk out of your cows, Milkman Bill?
I have no cows,
laughed Milkman Bill.
It's the farmers who have the cows.
Then you don't milk any cows at all?
No! And the farmers don't either these days. Not the ones we deal with anyway. They use mechanical milkers. They call it pipeline milking machines. The milk flows through a narrow tube from the cow to the strainer, from the strainer to the pipe in the big storage tank. Well, I better get along.
And Milkman Bill was out the door.
No!
The next morning, Dickie had another question for Milkman Bill.
Milkman Bill, what do they do with the milk in those storage tanks?
Okay, Dickie. Huge tank trucks come for it. They take it to the big dairy. That's where I get it. Then I bring it to you.
That must take a lot of time, getting the milk from the farm to the dairy and then to me.
Sometimes only 24 hours,
said Milkman Bill.
Never more than 2 days. Well, there's your milk, young fellow. I'd better get along. No!
Dickie was growing stronger fast. The next morning, he got dressed, came downstairs, and stood by the kitchen door, waiting for Milkman Bill. But he was late.
I wonder what's the matter.
Dickie asked his mother. Just then, there was a knock at the door, and Milkman Bill came in.
Wanted to see how Dickie was,
he said, glancing around the room.
Boo!
Shouted Dickie as he jumped out from behind the door.
Well, well, look at those rosy cheeks. Just shows you what a little milk can do.
Milkman Bill,
said Dickie.
may I ask you one more question?
Sure, Dickie.
Did you have a hard time filling the bottles this morning? Spill a lot of milk or something? You're late.
Milkman Bill threw back his head and laughter filled the room.
Ha, 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 Dickie. A big machine does it. It takes these bottles, fills them with milk, then caps them, and then seals them. And there's one very important machine called the pasteurizer. it makes the milk so hot that all the germs are killed. Then the milk is safe for boys and girls to drink.
My, those machines do a lot of work,
said Dickie.
Yes, and when their work is done, mine begins. We load all those things into our trucks and bring them to you. Well, I better get along. No!
The next morning, Dickie could hardly wait for Milkman Bill to come. He had something special to tell him. The milkman was barely inside the door before Dickie was saying,
I'm going to school tomorrow. Dr. John said I could.
Well, now that's fine,
said Milkman Bill.
And I have a surprise for you, Dickie. How would you like to make a tour of the dairy? The manager said I could take you through next Saturday.
Dickie jumped up and down.
Oh, boy!
He squealed.
That would be nice, Milkman Bill.
Well, I better get along. See you. No! I won't see you tomorrow, Dickie. You'll be at school. But don't worry. I'll leave your milk for you every day. And I'll see you on Saturday.
Dickie watched Milkman Bill run down the walk and climb into his truck.
No!
I like Milkman Bill. I guess he's one of the nicest friends